What if I told you there's an entire world thriving in conditions so extreme? We once believed nothing could survive there, far below the waves, beyond the reach of sunlight, where the pressure can crush solid steel and the water boils with toxic chemicals. Life, against all odds, has found a way. Down there, in the crushing abyss, the planet itself breathes fire. Massive volcanic chimneys rise from the seafloor, spewing out colossal clouds of metal-rich smoke that shimmer like galaxies suspended in the dark. And within that beautiful, deadly chaos, life flourishes. Welcome to the geothermal vents, Earth's unseen and perhaps oldest CRADLE of life. We're beginning our descent. 2.5 miles beneath the surface of the Pacific Ocean, the pressure here is a staggering 400 times greater than what you feel right now. It has a weight so immense that every single square inch of our submersible is enduring the force of a small car. Every breath, every mechanical vibration is swallowed by an absolute, profound silence. But then, light through the viewport. Ghostly plumes of what looks like black smoke begin to rise from cracks in the Earth's crust. They call them black smokers. And they aren't smoke at all. This is superheated water, loaded with sulfur and dissolved metals, bursting out of the planet's core at over 400 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. When scientists first discovered these vents, they expected a dead, sterile wasteland. Instead, they found something impossible, something alive. As our submarine's lights cut through the darkness, they reveal movement. Pale, alien shapes sway in the currents like curtains of blood and snow. These are giant tube worms, some taller than a fully grown person, growing in massive, dense colonies right at the edge of the scorching vents. They have no eyes, no mouths, and no stomachs. And yet, here they are, thriving in a place that should kill them instantly. How? Inside their bodies live billions of specialized bacteria. These microscopic partners are masters of alchemy. They feed on the poison spewing from the vents hydrogen sulfide, a gas deadly to most life on Earth, and, through a miraculous process, turn that toxic gas into energy and food. It's a process called chemosynthesis. Life, powered not by sunlight, but by Earth's own internal fire. To survive here, you have to completely rewrite the rule book of biology, where the oxygen we breathe is a poison, and poison itself becomes the source of breath. Every creature here is a testament to adaptation, a miracle written in chemistry. Look closer. We see the Pompeii worm, glowing a faint red near the vent's opening. Their bodies are covered in a shimmering fleece of living bacteria, which acts like a biological heat shield, insulating them from temperatures that would destroy almost any other animal tissue. Just inches away, vent crabs with ghostly white shells crawl across rocks so hot they could boil water on contact. And here, a swarm of blind shrimp. They can't see visible light, but their eyes have evolved to see in infrared, allowing them to navigate the heat signatures of the vents in total darkness. Everything here breaks the rules we thought we knew. The foundation of this entire ecosystem is invisible. Under the microscope, these silvery, hair-like bacterial mats pulse with life. These are the microbes, the tiny, unseen engineers of this entire hidden world. They are the primary producers, converting the raw, harsh chemistry of the vents into the fuel that supports an entire food web, all in complete and total darkness. Without them, not a single one of these larger, more complex animals could exist. They are the invisible architects of survival, and they are living proof that life needs only 3 things to begin: energy, the right chemicals, and patience. It doesn't need sunlight, it doesn't need comfort, and it certainly doesn't need our permission. Billions of years ago, our own planet looked just like this. There were no blue skies, no green forests, no familiar animals, only fire, rock, and water. Earth was a molten, volatile world, its young oceans steaming under a toxic sky. And in places just like these vents, where intense heat and pressure met a soup of minerals and simple molecules, the very first sparks of biology may have ignited. This is the theory of hydrothermal chemistry, the perfect union of primordial chaos and chemical creation. These vents, then, are not only homes, to some of the strangest life on our planet. They might just be the very place where all life began. Every time we visit them, we're doing more than just exploring the deep sea. We are looking back in time for billion years and watching a recreation of our own genesis. The same fundamental chemical reactions that once assembled the very first living cell on Earth are still pulsing through this water today, churning out life from non-life. Maybe, just maybe, the ocean never forgot how to create. And this realization takes us far beyond our own world. If life can exist here, in a place with no light, and under endless, crushing pressure, then what about other oceans? Oceans far from Earth, beneath the thick, icy crust of Jupiter's moon, Europa, and Saturn's moon, Enceladus. Scientists are certain there are vast, globe-spanning oceans of liquid water, and crucially, they are heated not by a distant sun, but by the same internal, volcanic forces that power the vents right here. NASA believes these alien oceans may host hydrothermal vents of their very own. And if they do, then somewhere out there, in another profound darkness, under miles of ice, life could already be waiting for us to find it. Each mission that dives into our own deep oceans teaches us more about the cosmos. From the black smokers of Earth's seafloor to the frozen, hidden seas of alien worlds, the blueprint for life seems to be universal. Energy, water, chemistry, and time. We once thought the deep sea was an empty, barren void. Instead, it holds the oldest, most resilient heartbeat on Earth. But this story is far from over, because deeper still, beyond the known vents, our instruments have detected signals, strange movements, and secrets that no one has been able to explain. In our next dive, we'll go beyond the Crystalline journey into the unknown chambers of fire and pressure, where life and mystery truly merge. In the next dive, we'll go beyond the Crystalline to the unknown chambers of fire and pressure, where life and mystery merge. The submarine descends past the last known vent. The familiar glow of life fades, and a profound silence returns. The pressure groans through the metal hull, a constant reminder of the crushing weight above. Instruments begin to flicker, their readings scrambled by static. It's down here, below the deepest mapped vents, that scientists found something they couldn't explain: a constant, low vibration pulsing through the rock. It wasn't random, it wasn't geological. It was a perfect rhythm. They call it the Abyssal Pulse, a heartbeat from inside the Earth itself. Each wave of sound travels hundreds of miles, echoing through caverns no human has ever seen, a silent symphony playing out in the dark. As we pushed our sonar to its limits, the maps revealed something even stranger. Symmetrical ridges stretching across the seabed, lines of energy, like glowing veins, pulsed beneath the crust, and pockets of heat appeared in patterns far too regular to be natural. These incredible formations aren't volcanoes or fault lines. They form long, interconnected corridors, spanning entire continents under the seafloor. Could they be ancient lava tunnels? Pathways carved out billions of years ago? Or could they be something more deliberate? Something built by the planet itself, a living network of energy. Some geologists have started calling it Earth's circulatory system, but others think it might be something more, a hidden engine that connects every vent, synchronizing the planet's heartbeat across the globe. And where there's energy, there's life. As probes recorded electromagnetic spikes near these corridors, they also detected clusters of microscopic life. But this wasn't bacteria as we know it. These were crystalline organisms, growing from mineral to mineral, using the vent's energy like neurons firing in a brain. Each tiny crystal glows when touched by heat or sound, and together they flash in mesmerizing sequences, patterns, repetitions, information. Could this be a form of communication? A primitive consciousness, born in the deep, speaking a language of light and energy. We are witnessing the very building blocks of thought, assembled in the most extreme environment on Earth. What's truly astonishing is that life down here doesn't just survive, it remembers. When scientists sequenced the DNA from these vent microbes, they found traces older than any species on land. Their fundamental chemistry hasn't changed for billions of years. It's as if evolution paused in this dark cradle, keeping the original blueprint of life locked away, perfectly preserved. This suggests that these organisms aren't just life's ancient ancestors. In a way, they are life's memory, a continuous, unbroken chain stretching back to the dawn of time, still running, still alive, carrying the secrets of our planet's very first moments. This leads to a question that has fascinated thinkers for centuries. What if the Earth itself is alive, not just a rock covered in life, but a single, vast organism? Every volcanic eruption, every hydrothermal vent, every earthquake hold part of a colossal being breathing through rock and ocean. Some science once dismissed the idea of a living planet as fantasy, but the data streaming back from the vents tells a different story. Chemical flows are balanced, almost like blood coursing through veins. Heat pulses in steady cycles, uncannily like a pulse. And when one group of vents goes silent, others awaken hundreds of miles away as if they are taking turns to keep the whole system alive and in perfect balance. Then, in 2019, a deep-sea monitoring station recorded a sound that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. It wasn't the famous bloop, nor was it volcanic noise. It was a harmonic hum, rising and falling with mathematical precision. Each cycle lasted exactly 90 seconds. It repeated, without fail, for days on end. When the signal was mapped on a spectrogram, it formed a shape that took everyone a breath away, a perfect spiral. No human structure could have made it. To this day, no one knows what it was, but we know where it came from. A geothermal field, at a depth so extreme, so dangerous, that it remains completely unreachable. A message from the deep, waiting to be deciphered. And perhaps what we're discovering in our own ocean isn't unique to Earth. Maybe it's a reflection of a universal pattern, a cosmic blueprint for life. Wherever there is energy and water, life might just begin again. The same chemical reactions we see in our vents could be happening right now. Light years away, beneath the ice of Jupiter, Isamun, Europa, or within the geysers of Saturn's. If the deep sea is the Earth's heart, then perhaps the universe itself is a living body breathing, evolving, and remembering across galaxies. The laws of life might be as fundamental as the laws of physics, written into the fabric of the cosmos. When we think about it, we're not just explorers observing this alien world. We are its descendants. Every single atom in our blood was once part of the ocean. The very salt that flows in our veins is the same salt that swirls through these deep-sea vents. So when we look into the deep, we aren't just looking into darkness. We are, in a profound way, looking into ourselves. We are the ocean learning to see, to think, to dream of its own incredible beginning. Our curiosity is the planet's curiosity, turned back upon itself. The deeper we go, the clearer the message becomes. Life doesn't need sunlight. It doesn't need a comfortable climate or a perfect environment. It only needs time and a place to grow. Perhaps the ocean isn't just Earth's origin story, perhaps it is Earth's soul. And somewhere down here, beneath all the crushing pressure and the eternal silence, that soul is still dreaming, still creating, still pulsing with a life we are only just beginning to understand. If this journey left you in awe, there's so much more waiting beneath the surface. Subscribe to Deep in the Ocean and dive with us into the unknown, where every sound, every shadow tells the story of our planet's beating heart. Because life didn't begin on land. It began in the deep, and it's still calling us home.